Hello and welcome to the Retro Asylum YouTube channel. This is Mass here today talking to you. Normally I don't like being in the picture myself, but today I had something special I'd like to show you, so let's just get right into it. So a couple of weeks ago we received this new Dreamcast game. It's a Dreamcast platformer that's been released this year. So yes, there are still games being developed for the old platforms. And this is called Hermes. We got the physical edition, as you can see. There's a nice little comic here telling the backstory of the game, and well, there's not much depth to the backstory, but it's a nice little touch, cool comic, and you don't need that much story for this platformer. So apart from the comic, of course, you get the game disc for the Dreamcast, and this also includes an awesome soundtrack. There's some great chiptunes here on this game. So. Actually, I hope you'll be seeing some gameplay footage running right under me right now. It's a great game. It's a classic platformer. You just have to get from one side to the other without dying, and well, there's not much more to it than that, but it's rock hard. It's a really, really hard platformer. And I have to admit, initially when I put this game in, I didn't really enjoy it. That's probably why, that's one of the reasons that I haven't done this review yet, because I wanted to actually get to know the game a bit. And initially I thought it was a kind of bland platformer, and I didn't really see the point in playing that for too long. But after picking it up again, I've really found out that this is an excellent game. It's all about it being a punishing and hard platforming experience. That's what makes it fun. And no matter how much you die, you can always just say continue from the same level, so you always just want to have that one more go, so you can get a little bit further this time. And there are some parts of the game, like for example the traps that come up from the ground, that may sometimes feel a bit unfair. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I did avoid that trap, but it killed me anyway. But you learn how to control this game. If you pick it up, if you try it, please be patient with it, because you learn how to control it, and in the end it's a really enjoyable experience. So if you enjoy tough platformers in the, let's say Mega Man genre for example, this will be right up your alley. And apart from that, which I also hope you can hear now as you're watching the gameplay footage instead of looking at me, it's got an excellent soundtrack, an excellent chiptune soundtrack. So this is a game I would recommend you at least check out and maybe pick up for your Dreamcast if you want to treat your Dreamcast to something new, something that's actually been released in 2017. So I'll shut up for a while and let you look at some of the gameplay footage. The goal of each level is quite simple here. You start each level, you're the chef, you're standing on the left hand side of the screen, you see the chicken running away to the right, so you chase him of course. After him, trying to avoid all of the enemies, trying to avoid the spikes that come up from the ground, jumping on platforms, and trying to figure out how to get through the level of course. While you do that, you'll be using your energy for running around, or you'll use an extra amount of energy if you actually run into an enemy of course. And you need to replenish that energy somehow. You do that by eating donuts and drinking what I guess are sodas. And that replenishes your energy, but it also makes you want to go to the loo. So if you eat too much, you'll have an accident. Let's just say that. So in the levels there'll be once or twice a toilet that you can go to, and remember to visit those toilets when you run past them, right? And then you just run all the way to the end of the level and flush yourself into the next level through another toilet, as far as I remember. So yeah, standard platforming fare, but with some humor there. So it's really enjoyable. As I've already mentioned, this is a rock-hard platformer, but the levels are sufficiently small that you don't feel you have to play the same segment too much. I mean, maybe you'll try the same level 10, 20 times before you get through it, but they're not that long, so you don't feel like you've lost like hours of work. You've only lost a minute or two every time you die, so it's still very rewarding trying to figure out how to get through these levels, how to do all the jumps perfectly, and how to avoid those damn spike traps that will kill you a lot of times when you're playing this game. But for my money, this is a great platforming experience. It's not the most beautiful game you've ever seen. It is one of the better sounding games you've probably played for a long time. And it controls pretty well. Pretty much like you'd expect an older platformer to control. Not as smooth as the totally modern platformers, but it's a very good old school experience. And it has that, it keeps me coming in for just one more go. I'll have to try this level just once more, and then all of a sudden you've been sitting there for hours just enjoying yourself. So guys, check this out if you want to. You can get a downloadable version where you just download an ISO, I guess, that you can burn onto a disc and play on your Dreamcast, or you can get the physical edition like the one we got. And I'd like to thank the authors of this game for sending us this review copy. It's been great fun having a look at it. So, talk to you later guys. Bye.